Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Chaos Rain here. In this video, I'm bringing you a little bit about my KB Wander that I just kind of wanted to cover without just showing me grind maps. The reason why I did the video before is because I just wanted to grind maps and talk to you while I did it, showing you my new character, what he's capable of. I'll go a little bit more in depth on things in this one. So KB, especially KB of clustering, what KB of clustering does, KB being kinetic blast from here on in, but calling it KB, is instead of having more projectiles, you have explosions and modifiers to your projectiles apply to a number of explosions instead. When you have a lot of explosions, they just end up overlapping over and over and over and over again. If you have the AoE, if you have any kind of AoE as well, they just go wild. Which we have two AoE clusters, um, which is why our AoE is so huge. Increase area effect, increase area of effect. We have our forbiddens, which permanently freeze things for us. And if you wanted to go bossing with this setup, obviously you would drop item rarity, as we are using item rarity, and you would use these two. This gives you up to 100% increased damage to bosses. You do have to fight them though, you are not a tank. You will have to dodge the moves, you can't just stand there, and certain mods can be pretty risky for you. So just a heads up, I have killed Uber Exarch, not Uber Exarch, Uber Eater a couple of times, and I fought Cyrus, and it's just been so long since I fought him. It took me 2 tries to beat him, but I beat him. It's not a bosser. This is a mapper, dude. So just so you know, I went from mapper to mapper. We are currently using 35 ice by 8 maim. This gives us more fizz. We don't have a lot of fizz, but because we do have a decent amount of attack speed and crit and everything like that, the fizz does do something. But the main thing is the maim and the 35 ice bite. Now you can get other secondary supports which are probably better. I chose maim because it also slows. And we have awakened fork. Awakened fork is a little bit different than like GMP and chain and stuff like that. What Awakened Fork does is it forces the projectile to split, and that projectile then has more AoEs which overlap. If you have Awakened, you actually fork twice, which is more projectiles, which is more explosions that overlap. You have Awakened LA damage with attacks. This makes your attacks elemental reflect immune. However, you will have to be careful with LA reflect maps and just kind of, mitigate. Alternatively, you can use something like I do. I have a gold flask with LA reflect along with I switch from the burning node to this. This burning node is only there for quality of life. You can pretty much do whatever pantheon you want. And if you did this and you decided to, you can also take the reduce effective curses on you, which would be pretty good. That being said, we are ailment immune on this build. We do happen to have the jewel that says you get, where is it? Oh, we have that's right. We have a unnatural instinct, and then we have this for stats and stuff, double damage. And let's go find this jewel, shall we? Is it this one? Well, yeah, there we go. To all elemental ailments. All elemental elements being ignited, scorched, chilled, frozen, brittle, shocked, and sapped. So, because we have immunity to shock via a flask, we have 100% chance to not take any elemental elements at all ever. We also have this because it's still a projectile. We have this because it's insane. And if you want to see the tree, go for it. My profile is now public. You are welcome to check my POB. I do not use POB. I'll make this disclaimer again. I don't use POB. This build was a build that someone else had made for them. I had inquired about a build that I can use these wands on because I really wanted to play with the spirits, and I'm having so much fun with it. I would recommend it if you have a chance to play with the spirits. You just go so fast and things die. It's fun. Um, and all of our stats, such as spell damage, flat damage, everything like that, all of that ends up scaling into the Kinetic Blast. So our Kinetic Blast has a tooltip of 633K. I don't know if that's good or bad. I just know that it's a pretty good tooltip. And the fact that you have millions of those coming out, it's insane. Um, we have the MTX for it because I really liked it. Let's see. Our gear, just stats, suppress, and then we have rage on hit because we have berserk. And of course we have increase effect on marks. We do have sniper's mark on our setup. We have more duration. We have berserk. Then we have flame dash faster cast. We have rally catches with endurance and regen. Herald of Ice, Enlighten, Haste. We have automation with Immortal Call, more duration, phase run. And Spell Slinger, where is it? Tornado, Cyber Smart. Alright, so that's pretty much the setup. We are using Nimbus because we want to use the projectiles just going everywhere and killing everything kind of thing. We have a pretty well rolled out most here. This thing is insane. It cost me a pretty penny. Um, more rarity. We're trying to run rarity. As is, we have 20 here. We have 66 here. And we have a lot here. I think there's a place you can check for rarity. It's miscellaneous. 136%. So, yeah. This still has 4 levels. So, it's going to go up a little bit more. Ideally, we'll want a corrupt with rarity on our Nimbus. And maybe even change these gloves, fix our fire res, or suppress a different way, and go for rarity as another stat. Or rarity prefix instead of the lightning right there. But, yeah. Mage Blood, obviously. Flasks. This helps you mitigate a lot of damage. One shots are a lot harder to do. Got more movement speed. Avoid being shocked, obviously. Avoid being stunned, and then rarity. For utilities, you can actually do some crazy stuff with res stacking if you wanted to, but I'm not going tanky. I'm going burr. It's what I want to do. We tried to double corrupt gems and failed miserably. That's why these are level 19 now. And that's what we got going on. Obviously, we have the frenzy ring. Can't forget that. One thing I did forget though is I'm pretty sure. Okay, no, I put it back. We actually didn't have that node for a bit there. I'm gonna go ahead and go into like the next part of this by showing you our Val Temple farm again. I know I mentioned a whole video with it, but this is just a, I'm gonna be showing you a little bit about what the build does and why it does it. So go to domination. I'm going to go ahead and take off my automation, so I'm going to be a little bit slower and not have damage reduction. It's a little risky in a Val Temple, because mods can be pretty crazy when you have all the map effect I have. Alright, is everything dead? Alright, so as you saw there, we have a whole bunch of stuff going on. That's all of our attack. If we shoot one time, this is one click. Okay? One click. That's a lot of explosions that happen. And yeah, what happens when we do it a bunch of times? Well, we get a lot of explosions. Now, when fork happens, it forks off of the first thing and then off of the second thing. When you have one fork that hit and then it returns, it can then fork again. Now, this is this is a pretty crazy setup. It's hard to explain everything, but just know that there's a lot of overlappage, and it things just die. So if we go like this, oh, and die. Yep, that's exactly what I wanted to show you. Me showing you my death. I froze there for a second. There's my unfortunate circumstance of a freeze. Alright, cool. As you saw there, a lot of things. Now because of our farm, obviously we can do it again. Great old one's tentacles. Oh, we can do it again. Let's walk away from the caustic ground. And then, yeah, that's a lot of stuff, right? It's a lot of stuff. Um, Pretty good amulet, not gonna lie. Wish I cared. It's corrupted. One frenzy charge on these. Ooh, that's probably cool. Cast on death support, and yeah, that's pretty much what happens. All the projectiles hit something, fork off something. I also have chains, so they can hit a wall and chain off the wall and hit another enemy. And yeah, all the forked projectiles do the same thing, behave the same way, and then all the projectiles then return to me afterwards. We can't be affected by elements, so we just go ahead and get that for free. As you saw there, we just held down fire, and big AoE circles of giant cold damage came down and just deleted everything. Alright. Well, that being said, just wanted to kind of show you a little bit about it. If you guys want to see me do the same setup again in T16 Exiles, I can show you. I also can show you tier 17. I have done tier 17s as well. It's a bit rippier, but it is still possible on this build. All in all, I'd say this build is like a mirror, maybe a little bit under. It cost me, it wasn't that expensive to build. Now this was expensive and this is expensive. If you want these, you don't have to have a crazy roll one and you don't even have to have a Nimbus. Um, the mirror isn't including this. I'm sorry, this is like two mirrors. Either way, it's a two mirror build and you can do all kinds of content. You can do all the hard stuff if you want to. If you're doing the super hard stuff, you will need to just be very careful on your mods because your whole and only survivability layer is freeze. Freezing things will basically make it so they literally can never get to you, and if all the enemies in the map are frozen forever, there's literally no reason to fear them. It will take a little bit to kill them, but I mean they have a million extra life, so just a heads up. As a proof of concept, I believe I showed you a 180% increased, you know, enemy life. For exiles. Sorry, I'm trying not to die. And I still was able to clear them. So you don't even have to go in like I do. I just choose to. I can actually just do this. Now I can't kill him, but it doesn't really matter that much. Like, yeah, I was seeing if I can over. And as you see, we just clear rooms as we enter them, and things die. I know that this is probably not even a relevant test even to show you the build and its damage, but You know, I'm not here to show you what it can do necessarily. I'm just here to kind of be like, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is why it works. Enjoy. Um, I don't know the nuances of this build because specifically I don't have that much knowledge on wanders. However, you know, if you ever want to see my ice shot build guides, I have played that build inside and out and can give you as much of advice as I ever can in ice shot. Pretty much, I have a multi-mirror version on my channel as well. So if that interests you, if you want to see what ice shot can do with a lot of currency, feel free to check it out. Not saying you should build it my way. I'm just saying my favorite build for a reason. Oh no. Ah, okay, I didn't die. I forgot to empty my uniques when I died though. Or did I? I don't know. Excuse me guys. Coming through. You don't need to be here. Alright, fine. Let's go kill the boss. Ow. I don't even know what killed me. It's alright. I want to offload these uniques. Alright. Well, I will do that off my video. Now, as always, everybody, I hope that you enjoy these videos. Take it easy. Have a good one. And I am more than willing to, you know, chat about decisions on items and stuff like that. I know I didn't really go over my armor, but I already went over my armor in my ice shot video. It's the same armor. There's no real point in doing it again. Anyway, as always, take it easy. Have a good one. Catch you later.